Thunderbirds, check! 3, 2.
Welcome to American Dream TV Las Vegas. I'm your host, Kiersten Marcos, and today we have the rare opportunity to go behind the scenes with the Thunderbirds, the U.S. Air Force's Air Demonstration Squadron. We're here at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, the home of the amazing Thunderbirds. And with me is their fearless leader, Commander-Leader, Lieutenant Colonel Justin Elliott. Boss, thanks so much for having us today.
Thank you very much for being here, Kiersten. It's an honor.
It is my honor. What a show that was.
Well, thank you.
That was amazing. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But first, I'm just curious about your background and what it is that has led you. How did you end up commanding the Thunderbirds?
It's a long journey. We, nobody on this team is young. The Thunderbirds assignment, generally speaking, is something you do later in your Air Force career after you've had some combat experience. For me personally, I was ROTC at Yale University. I was a mechanical engineer, and then I went on to do some master's programs in engineering as well. I joined the Air Force right away in 2005. Flew F-15Es, that's our Strike Eagle. It's a air-to-ground and air-to-air fighter jet. Flew a bunch of combat missions in that airplane over Afghanistan. And then I went to fighter weapons school for the Air Force, which is our version of Top Gun. It's just about 6 months long instead of 6 weeks for the Navy. After doing a little bit of instruction as a fighter weapons school graduate, I went on to test pilot school and I became an experimental test pilot for the Air Force. And then once I graduated from command here, I was eligible to apply for command of the Thunderbirds, which I picked up about a year and a half ago now.
This is a really special year, the 70th anniversary of the Thunderbirds. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. And it really, for me and for my team this year, we are really trying to focus on that history, given that we are on a decade-level anniversary with our 70th year. Focusing on that history means understanding where this team came from and what its roots really are. And a lot of it can be unlocked by just looking at the paint scheme on the aircraft itself. The Blue Angels were founded in '46, and their purpose was to recruit for the U.S. Navy. That's why they're blue and gold. That's why they have U.S. Navy across the bottom in giant letters. They were afraid of losing the Navy's air wing to the U.S. Air Force, which was about to be founded the very next year in '47. So their history is important to them. But that's not what this team is about. This team was designed in '53 to connect the American population to its military, which is why the scheme has always been throughout history red, white, and blue themed. It's been an America-themed scheme, and it was because we were trying to connect the American population to its military with the rise of the jet age. People trusted propellers, they didn't believe in jets. Jets were weird, they were new, we didn't know if these things were gonna work, and so we created this demonstration team to show the American population a few things. One, jets work. Two, look at what we're capable of doing with them. And three, look at how much being your Air Force means to us. And so when you look at the scheme, it is very much themed America theme, and it's been that way throughout all of our Thunderbird history.
So tell me about your motto, blind trust, and the significance of that.
It is everything to us. Blind trust is our motto because it speaks to a sense of integrity, to a sense of trust that is required to fly this demonstration. Everything about this team is about that blind trust mentality of absolute integrity and faith that everyone's going to do their jobs. We progress as a team, not as individuals, but as a team, and any deviation from that, historically speaking, has had pretty catastrophic results. That's why it's so important to us.
And what you're describing is not just leaving a legacy, it's living a legacy.
Yes.
So happy to have had an introduction kind of behind the scenes to the legacy that is the ongoing legacy of the Thunderbirds. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man, for yours.
A huge thank you to the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds today for allowing us to come alongside them. I'm Kiersten Marcos for American Dream TV.